All right, let's get it. All right, mic check. More Than Masters podcast. Your host, man, of course. Across me, I got a special guest, Miss Ash Williams. Let me put my clap button on for Miss Ash Williams. My clap button on. Y'all clap it up for Miss Ash Williams finally on the podcast, because if I didn't, I had a Facebook friend who was going to kill me, and she was going to keep tagging me every single day. When is it dropping? When is it dropping? When is it dropping? First and foremost, thank you for coming through. Okay?
Thank you for having me.
Nah, definitely. I know typically you say you're not shy, you are shy. I don't know. You are an influencer online. You post a lot of videos. Some would say, I'm not saying they're embarrassing videos, but you do a lot of things that's funny. You make fun out of embarrassment and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I definitely want to start with, you definitely missed the turn coming into the podcast, right?
Why would you bring this up? I'm so confused right now. Wait a minute. I knew you were going to do it. But I didn't think you would do it.
Hey, my thing is I try to get out the way as soon as possible, so it make everybody comfortable. But I do want to say, that you made history today. You definitely made history today.
You're going still.
And not because you missed the turn. It's just it's how you missed the turn. So
No. I missed the turn professionally.
Definitely.
The GPS told me to turn, and I turned. That part is not the issue.
Definitely not the issue. That's not the issue.
The quicksand is the issue.
Yes.
And I can't control quicksand, so.
Definitely. I don't know if the sand was quick or not. I couldn't tell you.
No, it was quick. I was thinking.
It's a lot of sand.
As well.
Yeah, it's a lot of sand. So, but you here,
It could have happened to anybody.
But, right. Let's start there. But it happened to Miss Ash Williams, and who better for it to happen to than you?
Thank you.
And I said that, I started off because you said it, off mic, that a lot of times, you'll tell a story and people think that you're lying or you're not telling the truth, or you just added some sauce to it. No, seriously, you missed a turn. I don't know what you did happen from there. You never turn back around because the car, I can see license plate. You never turn back around.
I kept going.
And you just kind of kept sinking.
I knew that it was a bad idea.
So after this, we got some work to do, right?
Thank you.
But so shout out to you, man. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for coming through today. All right. Thank you for making my Sunday very adventurous. I definitely liked it. No,
I do my best.
Seriously though, you are an influencer online, and you do a lot of things, which we talked about, author, mother. I should say that first. I'm sorry. Mother, author, and then I don't know exactly when you started to do it, or if you've always been that way, but, or if you even identify as such. I don't know the names of all these things. Everybody got different stuff.
It's a lot to keep up with now.
You got Christian, you got Muslim, you got,
I'm not religious.
5%.
I'm not religious.
I was going to say spiritual.
Spiritual, yes.
But sometimes you say that, people say, no, I'm not spiritual, I'm this.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm spiritual. I don't subscribe to any religion at this time.
Do you subscribe to More Than Masters on YouTube? If you don't, go ahead and do it. Okay,
I
gotcha.
do, actually.
That's what I'm talking about.
I did it again.
Yeah,
why do I keep...
Too much TikTok for you.
Yeah, I'm going to stop. I'm sorry. We're here now.
But you've been brought up on a podcast a few times. Like, I've had people on. One, I'll say, probably most recent, most memorable rather, is EJ, and he talked about a lot of his trials and tribulations and how you help him with coping through things, and just like give him advice like, yo, do it this way, or shut the fuck up, it's okay to let's turn the ego down a little bit, and that's when I said, you know what, okay, because the first time I wanted to have you on was before I knew you. We weren't friends and like that, but I knew somebody who you knew. And I didn't want to add you. I felt like it was messy. That's messy. I know him. I shouldn't add her. That's kind of messy to me. And
I hate that logic, though. I really hate that. And that is really, I'm not going to go too far into it. But I do feel like that has been a lot of my problem in our Augusta community, is that, it's like I've been blackballed, shadow banned, whatever.
You know how to pick them. Hey, you knew before you knew. Like, you know what I'm saying? So... But that's funny. That is funny. But I'll ask you some questions just about not the individual, but just that in general. But yeah, so because I had that person on, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, oh, okay, cool. And I always try to get people that got books, that's just doing stuff in community, whether it's they doing self stuff, whether it's on a small scale, they're doing a big scale, book signing, whatever. I don't care. I try to highlight that. And so let's start with just some background stuff a little bit. Born and raised, like, where you from? Tell me about your upbringing, your household, like, where you from? You got a mom, got a dad, no, yes, that type of thing.
So I consider myself from Augusta, but I'm actually from Hepzibah area, Tobacco Road area. I still consider that to be Augusta.
It is. It's
okay. Augusta.
Definitely. Definitely.
I do have my parents. I grew up with my parents. I have 3 siblings. And I think on the surface, it appears that I've had like just this great stable upbringing, and it contributes to why I'm so happy and joyous. But growing up, while I did have both of my parents for quite some time, I say until about high school, I've seen a lot of things. I did have a very adverse childhood, and some things I don't feel it's my story to tell, but I've seen a lot of things and I've experienced a lot of things growing up. So it's rounded me, or I feel at least that it's rounded me to be, or to have some of the qualities, I guess, that kind of helped me to thrive with my content creating. You call it like influencer, but I more so call it content creating, or the things that I'm trying to pursue on social media.
When you say define, and I'm just asking this, and I'm not going too deep into it, but define when you say like not my story to tell. Does that mean that you feel like it's because it's third person, not your story, or because you're not the main character, not your story?
I feel like in my childhood, like there was domestic violence, there was drug abuse, there was mental health things, but some of it just isn't my part of the story to tell. You know, I experienced it, but it's other people's choices, and it's not my business really to put that on Front Street right now. I always let my parents know there will be a book, and there will be some coins coming my way for this.
And you are author, so
I am. It's dope. Coming.
So, all right. So you from here? You say you from Hasbro, Augusta. It's all the same to me. But like, describe your upbringing. Just the beginning. You know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. You know.
Oh my goodness, it was pretty good.
What kind of kid was Ash?
I was very shy, as I am now.
You're not shy now. But
I'm very shy. I was very nerdy. I was pretty awkward.
Did you wear glasses coming up?
Yes, from a very young age. I was blind in like first grade. Stop. See, why would you do? I just had a flashback to bullying. Why would you do that? See?
Yo, hold up, my bad. No flashback.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I just told you.
So,
secret animosity.
Oh my God. So let's talk about the bullying. What happened with that? Like,
okay, it wasn't really bullying. It would just be more so kind of left out. And a lot of that I have to be accountable for. I was shy, and so
it wasn't the glasses though.
The glasses a little bit. I remember in 6th grade, I'll never forget this. It's this guy. I had the biggest crush on him. And this was before I could understand that little boys are obnoxious and they pick on you because they think you're cute. So I was already self-conscious. I'm a child. I was really skinny. I had the glasses. And so I told you I'm shy, right? So when I walk, and you know, boys like in 6th grade, they're creepy. So like, they'd be like, oh my God, look at her butt. And so I would like walk stiff as hell. And this one boy I had the biggest crush on, he would be like, oh my gosh, she walked like a duck. And everybody would just laugh. It was so embarrassing. So that was, I don't know if you would call it bullying, but it was teasing. And oh my goodness, I never forgot it. It just was so bad. I hate I even just told you that. I don't know how that just happened.
Did you ever end up talking?
When we got in high school, we did. Mm-hmm. But not then. Like not in middle school. We were ops. It was not okay.
In high school, would you walk like a duck or no? Did you walk like a duck in high school?
I don't know if I was stiff then or not. I might still be stiff. I think I just own it better because, you know, fight me. This is me. What? But then, no, it was just like a big concern, not just like lock up and like shuffle. It was really weird.
That is crazy though.
Okay, it's enough.
So yeah, it's definitely self-accountability because why would you do that? Like, let's start there.
I get nervous. I have anxiety. Like,
so hold on. So I mean, so you get nervous and you say, you know what? Let's clench everything together.
They're talking about my butt that I don't have, and I'm gonna suck this bad boy in, and we're gonna Cupid shuffle the class. Yeah.
And nobody's gonna say anything about it because I'm just Ash. I think that you probably brought more attention to yourself.
No, for sure. In hindsight, as a 12-year-old, that wasn't. No.
That was a crazy sound. But but like in school, but like grades wise, you did good grades. You were smart.
I was I was very intelligent. My aunt just brought me like some of my certificates and like I got excellence in everything. I got #1 overall average. Like I love school. I've always loved school. It's always been my jam. Mm-hmm. So I'm still in school currently. I love to learn. So yes, I made great grades, excellent grades. I didn't talk. The least I could do is be smart. You can't be quiet and stupid.
In math too?
I hate math passionately, but I actually am good at it. I just don't like it. I feel like it makes me think too much, like reading, literature, writing, easy, science, easy for me for the most part, except chemistry because there's math, social studies or history, whatever. I love it because I understand you have to know the past to get to where you're going. Math, I just can't get jiggy with it. I can count my money and otherwise.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I got this math question I've been asking anybody to answer. So Joe had, I'm just playing. I'm
Thank
joking.
you,
I'm joking.
Bruh, my heart dropped.
I'm joking.
Let's go back to talking about the car in the quicksand. I don't want to do math.
Oh, no, I'm joking. Yeah. So, and like this, like, yeah, in your household, and younger, like, with schooling and stuff, like, how big were your parents on with the schooling? Like, and I asked about the upbringing because I have some parents, they are parents now, but some people, they'll tell me like, well, I kind of came up with my grandmother, you know. I was mostly at my aunt's house, you know, my cousins, whatever. Like with you, what was it just strictly you stay home most time? Were you with your grandma? Like what was that vibe?
No,
like?
it was my parents. My parents were pretty involved. Yeah, there was not, I mean, my grandma was around and stuff. Of course, we visited, but my parents reared us. As far as like, they weren't super strict. So I think it was more of a natural ability that they encouraged, but I never felt like if I don't come home with an A+, it's going to be a problem. It was always like personal pressure. It was never like my parents like, oh, you better not walk through that door. That wasn't my upbringing. They were pretty lax with most things. So no, I just enjoyed to learn. And that's where a lot of the early success came from. But that came, I think, at a cost eventually.
All right. What was the cost?
Lack of discipline, because things come to me so easily. Like, I don't really study. I had never studied before college. Like, I didn't study. I just knew it. I was in class. I heard it, and we're good to go. And it's that easy. When I was in nursing school, most recently, like, they were so amazed that I could sit in class, and then I got it. I have an understanding. But that's when I learned I should be studying because that's not enough to get through something that's more arduous. And I don't think that...
Hold on. Hold up. Say that word again.
Arduous.
All right, spell it. No, I'm playing.
ARDUOS. That might be right.
I don't know. I never heard it before. What do you mean?
Okay. Difficult, hard.
Arduous.
Yes.
Yo, I appreciate
look it
you,
up.
man.
I don't know if I spelled it right.
I appreciate that, man. That's
You're
probably that for you, for knowing your words.
Best.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm talking normal and you want to stop it.
I'm just like, yo, arduous. Let's talk about that. Like, let's get into that.
I think I spelled it wrong, and now that's gonna be on my mind. Look it up. Did I spell it wrong?
Nah, you didn't spell it wrong.
You didn't even look. Anyway. All right.
But yeah, that's I like your shoes, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, they can't see me in camera, so it's fine.
Oh,
but I do like your shoes.
I just wanted to swing my feet.
Oh, so okay. But so I know you mentioned you saying arduous is difficult, but you mentioned like not having to study. But I don't know if that was just a you thing because I thought when I moved down here as well, it might just be a Georgia thing. I don't know. I'm not trying to be. I'm not even being funny. I know I joke a lot. I do.
It's just so bad because they think we're stupid.
No. I never say that because there's a lot of smart people in Georgia I was in school with. I mean a lot, not a lot, obviously, but it's like
a whole.
Because you measure on how smart you are, so you kind of go who smarts her, rather, right? And only thing I would say when it comes to Georgia education is that I came down in 10th grade, and I used my notes from middle school.
Oh my goodness.
To get through high school here. And I'm not joking because sometimes it'd be like, oh, you said something earlier, like the Pythagorean theory or whatever, right? So I went to my 7th grade book and started.
That is so crazy.
You know what I'm saying? I
can't tell you what that is.
Yeah,
I have to look it up. Something about a triangle. I don't know. But it's funny you say that. I have cousins like from up north in New York and Connecticut. And like when I had started, so after high school, I started like rebuilding my connection with them because they used to come down when I was growing up during the summers. So when I would talk to them, I realized like they are smart as hell.
Super
like
smart.
Yes, and they're like they were into politics, and I'm like,
but by
I
default,
don't know. I voted for Obama. Like, what else do you want from me? That's and they're like deep into it. They're deep. Who's your mayor? Who's your nigga?
No, you can say nigga.
Oh my God, yeah. I don't know. Like, why are you asking?
Wait, you black, right? No, I'm sorry.
All righty, anywho.
Oh, nah, that's funny. Yes, you can curse on here.
Thank you.
I do try to minimize it though.
Yeah,
when I had Kiki on here one time, I had to put that on maintenance slim because I said, you know what? I got mayors and stuff on here while you say I can't have that attached to that.
I didn't mean to drop the N-bomb.
But you mentioned a thing because I think over there as well, with the problem, we know like kind of who's who.
Right.
So you gotta know your commissioner. You gotta know your district. All that stuff you have to know because that's who you go through with a problem. You don't go to Obama because I got a problem on my street.
Exactly.
And down here, because politics is just two-sided. It's either you Democrat or you Republican. It's not really, you're not really breaking down. That's why I try to have like a lot of politicians on here so that they can kind of give you out a game of like why my position is important.
Right.
And I think we seen during the storm why somebody like Jordan Johnson is important to the city. Not because he did like this, crazy great Superman job per se, but it's the information he's giving you. It's you know what to listen to, what not listen to, what's coming through. Like that's the person you would call in a crisis anyway.
Right.
Granted he only over a certain section of Augusta, but in his mind it was all Augusta.
Exactly.
And shout out to Jordan Johnson for that. But back to what you were saying, up north, I think you learn a lot outside as well. Just because it's so many people outside.
Right.
Like the train station, like you just go into Manhattan, you can learn so much things because you might meet somebody from all walks of life.
Yeah, that's so crazy to me that y'all are like riding trains and stuff as children. I don't.
Let's relax. Hold on.
That's so scary. It sounds like defects should be involved. That always concerns me.
Well, you from Hesper, right? Yeah. I feel like it should be dangerous for kids, milking cows and stuff like that too. Like I don't know,
no, that's sustainability. You have to live, okay?
Hey, you gotta make it from A to B.
That's really scary to me. I'm afraid to do that as an adult.
Ride the train.
Yeah.
So not to bring up anything sad, but sure my dad passed last year, and so I had to go back up to New York, and we was in a train, and I was telling my daughter, I said, hey, look. People are going to talk to you. They're going to say something. Just don't say nothing back. You with me, you good.
Oh my God, thank you for, who was ever going to tell me this? I'm glad
I'm telling you now.
Okay.
Sure enough, we get to the junction. The junction is like it's a junction is like all the trains can meet there and you can kind of pick which one you want to go. Right? So cool. And because you might be in Brooklyn, you might go to Queens, you might want to go to Harlem, and
the boroughs.
They all go different places.
Okay.
But what happens is it's a hub because it's like mad different sections coming in. And it's a guy. He seemed normal before we got on the train. Once we get on the train, he go crazy. All right, look, listen. This is my story. Telling us a story, da-da-da. So just in case y'all want to give me $1, da-da-da. And I said, listen, this is normal.
Just ignore him.
We downtown, we 42nd Street, 40 Deuce. We go up there. I said, look, y'all stay close to me because people will bump into you. They'll get mad because you bump into them, da-da-da-da. We at the light.
This is so aggressive. Why would a child do this?
My daughter's 12. We at the light. The guy goes and just looks in our direction. He's like, "Cause I don't give a fuck." And I'm looking, so I'm fine. And my daughter's like, "Daddy, what's?" I said, "That's just he on drugs. Yeah. He's schizophrenic, something like that."
Yeah, I was gonna say mental.
And a lot of times that's what it was. But you've seen it a lot. And I told her like, you got all walks of life because that person could be smart as hell. You don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
They just having an episode right now, and you don't. That's why, people, you be a certain way because you groomed that way. That's all I'm saying. So a lot of times when people come from up north, come down here, you think they away, but they not really away. We just used to something so different.
Yeah.
This is new to us.
A lot more mature. I feel that way too, and it's probably for instances like that because I didn't have to. I don't know.
And you don't speak when I don't know the person. So like when I first came down,
I hate that. But you know what? That's becoming. It used to be like I feel like a Southern thing to speak and be kind, but I feel like people as a whole are moving away from that, and that is one of my pet peeves. Like I'm a big good morning person. I'm a big hello before you speak to me person, and now people don't really. They don't know you. They're not trying to acknowledge you. I
like that about the South. I like the hospitality. Yeah. Like I didn't like it first coming down because I was like, why are cars driving by? Don't know me from nowhere. Yeah. Beeping the horn. I don't know you. Right? But
we're friendly.
Now that I'm grown, me being old, I'm like, yo, it's dumb not to speak.
Yeah.
Like why wouldn't I let you know I'm welcoming?
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can drop your 50 around me and I'll give you half back. You know what I'm saying? Like this stuff like that. But I think that that's just a tale of two regions, and that's how that go. Yeah. But in the South, back to what you were saying about the schooling thing, I don't think it's a thing where people in the South are dumb. I definitely don't think that. Yeah. But I definitely think that they move at a certain pace. So it's not about how smart or dumb anybody is in the South. It's not a thing. The pace is Southern.
It's slow behind, pace. Essentially. So yeah. I get what you're saying, and it's not necessarily, I guess, about smart or dumb, but that is how it's viewed when our test scores are always 49 or 50 when they're charting, testing, and that is a concern. But yeah, that makes more sense is that we're just learning at a slower pace, I assume.
But you got to think about that, like, yeah, if if I only got through 40% of the material throughout the year?
Exactly. How will I test well?
Honestly, some of the scores I get might be good.
Right.
You know, just the fact that y'all haven't been through everything. I know they have
and
homecoming.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like my experience was, it's like, I don't know, a lot of that stuff I did feel like I just learned on my own because, okay, I already know what they're doing. And I was in like a lot of gifted programs or whatever they call them. They used to call them something different.
I see the flex.
Yeah,
a lot of gifted programs.
So that's a good point. And maybe that is why it's like we were doing advanced things in gifted. So, okay, I see what you did there.
And it's important. And that's why them programs are important, because you don't want to hold nobody back that don't need to be held back.
Right.
But then, not to diss the school, I went to Butler, I went to Josie.
Mm-hmm.
Butler was behind.
That's very interesting.
When
I didn't know that.
When I came down, they was behind as well.
Yeah.
When I went to Josie, that was a different kind of behind. I ain't never seen nothing like, because even at Butler, I left November and went to Josie my next year. We start school in August. They was doing stuff we did in August and November still.
Oh my goodness.
And the subject was called applied, whatever. Applied just means you're going slower.
Right.
I said, well, how slow y'all gonna go?
The intro.
Well, how slow y'all gonna go?
Right.
Like, why y'all not out of the first month yet? That's so crazy. And I'm like, okay. So I did same book. I did all the stuff right. My homework, I still got my homework. I kept all my stuff, So I ain't got to do nothing all year. I ain't have to start doing work until about March.
Right.
Because I did everything.
That is so crazy.
And when I tell these stories, people think you lying, but that's the truth. The truth is I did everything already. That's how behind they were.
Right.
And me, I just didn't want to be a succeeder per se in that school, so I just kind of chilled. Thank God. You know what I'm saying?
Like an overachiever. You didn't want to be a standout. Why?
So I had my report card. This is my last thing. I have my report card, and I always just carry my report card all the time, because stuff you do outside, people will judge you based on what you're doing outside. Mm-hmm. And I kept it as a form of ID for me, right? Because I always remember people get stopped, whatever, a cop or whatever, they see it, they see your grade, like, yeah, you go away.
Yeah. And
that's how it been for me, you know what I'm saying? And I kept a report card, but they have to give you transcripts and stuff when you first come to the school. So I had a teacher, Ms. Riley, and she seen the grades, and she just judged me from the grades, like, oh, I got me a smart, I got me a good one, da-da-da. And I started on a Friday, I think. My first day was on a Friday. Crazy as hell. Anyway, the next Monday I come in there, and I didn't do the homework. She was like, hey, where your homework? I said, I didn't do it. Yo, she embarrassed me the whole class. She was like, hold on, listen, look. I don't know what you got going on, but I seen your report card. You don't need to do your homework, right? Like, you think you're going to come here and try to blend in, da-da-da? Like, she just kind of gave it to me. I was like, damn, all right, damn. What's wrong? I'll do it. I'm going to do it next,
Yeah.
And I did it, and, that was cool. But that just kind of show you, like, even what the teachers knew of the school, the fact that they felt like, oh, I got this person in there now. So, but
that's awesome though. Shout out to that teacher, because that's good to have somebody who at least cares, because that definitely could have been a case if you weren't determined yourself for a 100%. Student in the back. So I just read something about it. That's cool.
Well, you mentioned being determined yourself. Like I said, you being in the program, you get the program and stuff. You're going home doing these works, doing these assignments, and sometimes probably doing more. I ain't do
nothing outside of that program if it wasn't at that schoolhouse.
You ain't read nothing. You ain't read books coming up.
Oh yeah, I did.
A lot of kids don't read books.
Oh, that's so crazy to me. What do you mean?
A lot of kids don't read books.
Wait a minute. I don't get that. What you mean?
No, like a lot of kids don't read books like outside of whatever they given as schoolwork.
No, yeah, I read for leisure.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of kids won't. But that also give you perspective on other things in life.
Yeah. That's
you reading a story, like some people don't read nothing at all. They just they don't read in school.
Well, you talking about like as adults or like when we were kids?
No, I'm talking about kids. Because all that stuff is like, it leads up until your adulthood. So imagine not having a lot of these
if they don't have no reason, they definitely not reading now. I get you. For what?
For what? They got TikTok.
Yeah. That's so
Give me the short version.
The world is such a big place, but it's like they'll sit online and read all that stuff. That doesn't really make sense to me. It's the same thing because we sit online for hours. You're reading a book. You can read a book with some more fact-based stuff.
Definitely. 100%.
The world is a crazy place.
Hey, I say all the time, it's a crazy world.
It is.
Life's crazy. When I said it, people say, what you mean? I'm like, take it how you want. No, I don't care. Like,
any
life
aspect,
is crazy.
you could find a
It sounds cliche, but that's just what it is.
No, yeah.
So, all right. So, middle school, you clenching, you walking, clenching. Okay, cool. High school. So when did you loosen up? No pun intended.
That didn't happen in high school either.
Not that. I ain't talking. That's crazy.
I'm talking about was you this time. I keep hitting.
It's okay.
So clumsy. I'm so sorry. No, I wasn't gonna say that. I promise. So even
I just meant when you unclenched when you were walking. That's all I meant.
I know. We was on the same page.
Oh, okay. I'm on page 7.
I ain't telling you no more of my secret. Okay. So the crazy thing is this whole time, like I've danced or done cheerleading my whole school career. So I started dancing in like kindergarten for school. And then I was cheerleading. So still shy, but I can see how people are confused about my shyness. So high school, obviously sports and whatever you want to call it, it's a little different. And I kind of didn't have a choice but to come out a little more because you're going to games. You have to meet other people. You have to go in the crowds. That I think kind of helped, but I was still pretty shy. High school was a weird place because I started to feel like it was getting repetitive. So it's so crazy that you just said that. Ooh, I love like connecting dots. But high school started feeling like, okay, I learned this. I was taking advanced classes in middle school. I'm learning the same thing in high school. I'm taking AP classes. Why am I learning the same thing I learned in the 9th grade? It just felt weird. And so I did kind of start withdrawing. And then that's when my parents divorced and it was really messy. So I did withdraw a little bit, and I can't say that I ever unclenched in high school. Most people now will say, oh my gosh, you were so shy and quiet. I can't believe you're on the internet with your boobies out and twerking. And it's shocking to a lot of people who haven't seen me in those years. How old am I, 25?
I don't think so. In
those 10 years since I've graduated. People are just like, oh my gosh, this isn't you. So it didn't happen there either. I would say my careers are what helped me to be able to unclench. It never happened in school. Okay.
So you just kept walking the same way in school.
Yeah.
I got you.
Tight booty.
What was school like in high school? What kind of person were you? What kind of student were you?
I was a good student until my senior year. I almost didn't graduate because I stopped going, essentially.
Why you stopped going? Like, you just said F life? Like, F it?
I felt like it was done. I was done. I don't know. So I would still go. I would still take all the tests and things like that. But why am I coming every day?
What else were you doing?
And they have you sitting there drawing or doing group. I don't want to do this. I don't care about the superlatives. I don't no more. Like, it was fun in 9th and 2nd. I don't really care. I don't care about prom. I was over it. I had started, I don't know if this is too deep. So I'm bisexual, and in high school is when I started talking to women, girls, whatever. And,
hold up. It's not too deep, but that was a heavy introduction, though. I can tell you that.
I'm sorry. What you want me to do?
Nothing.
Okay.
Keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. So it's relevant. So I had got into like a serious relationship my senior year where I ended up moving out like from my mom's home with the girl. And of course I was in puppy love. So it was just like, okay, why would I just sit up here with these losers? She was a little bit older. And when you in high school, it's like, why would I be around these high school students when I can talk to my love? Not like creepy old. I was I was 18, like my senior year, and I think she was like 19, maybe 20, I don't know. Things are so weird now. You can't really say stuff like that. But anyway, so I was just
it's hard to say the truth like these days.
I don't know if I'm about to get canceled. You were manipulated. No, I think I had it under control.
Everybody going back to see who it was.
I'm not even trying to be shady. I'm not trying to be insensitive to actual victims, but I was not. Anywho, so I was, I felt grown. I just felt grown, and I was just like, I don't know, I'm gonna get the degree, I'll figure it out, whatever. Bad decision was made. I probably shouldn't have did that, but I graduated. I graduated like 3 in my class. Definitely in top 5. I don't remember the number, but it worked out. And I just felt like they should have left me alone. Y'all know I have one of the highest averages here. Why do I need to come?
It just rules and no big deal. Like attendance,
I don't care. I really do think this is my world. I really do think it's my world. I really do. Sorry.
It's probably a problem. Probably a problem.
Who is it a problem for? I'm good.
Everybody else in the world, okay? Well, except that one person that thinks it's her world.
Exactly. And you see how that works. I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, you graduated.
That's not going to translate. We'll cut that out.
I know. I'm going to cut it in. First clip, putting that right there.
I don't care.
Y'all, it's about me. This is Ash Williams talking.
I mean it too. It's my world, and I feel like the rules should adjust to me.
Since you're laughing, I want to ask you, like, you get you smiling, but like, you did mention that in high school your parents divorced. Mm-hmm. So like,
I think they divorced in middle school, but like the effects of it, I think I started feeling more so in high school.
So like, where did that, if at all, like where did that put you in your space mentally, like far like your everyday, just your mental and how you approached each parent after the divorce, the household and things of that nature?
My life had been pretty traumatic for way longer than by the time they divorced.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like once the actual divorce came, mentally, I can't. It all feels kind of foggy. I tried not to pay attention to it. It felt like maybe it would be a fresh start, but things like that I think take time to unravel. And as a young girl, trying to understand the world, trying to understand sexuality and all these things that are happening as you're going into high school, it kind of felt like I just zoned out of it, of worrying about it. Things had changed so rapidly where we had always been a family unit, going on trips. We had money to struggling and not having a lot and still wanting to maintain an image of my friends because I'm a child. Like, my mom always kept us nice. We always had nice shoes, nice clothes, and then all of a sudden we were poor. And it's like, but I'm at Helpsville. I made a decision to come. I lived in North Augusta, but I wanted to go to Helpsville to be with my best friend.
But you moved to North Augusta from the divorce.
But I drove from North Augusta every day to Helpsville High School for 4 years until I moved with my girlfriend at the time.
I'm sorry, but I'm asking just from the divorce you moved.
Right.
Because
right.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
My whole life, aside from that, I lived in Helpsville until high school, and that's when we moved to North Augusta.
Okay.
But I still went to Helpsville. Like, I would drive there. I don't know. It was just a lot of superficial changes. I'm sure there was a lot of deep things, but I was still a teenager, and I still just cared about boys, girls, being cute. Like, it didn't settle until I was way older, I think. But my dad was gone. He was out the picture from that point, which was difficult because I was a daddy's girl growing up, and then all of a sudden he was the enemy. With my mom, she was there, but of course she became the enemy as he transitioned to not being there because I think the frustration has to go out on somebody. And as an adult, it's like, that's not fair. She's the one who's there. She's the one who's doing the hard things. But as a child, and then I'm a girl, it's always kind of that weird dynamic between your same-sex parents. Mm-hmm. So I'm growing up, and now I think I'm smelling myself or whatever they call it, and she's just trying to... It was just complicated. I probably was a handful in hindsight.
Well, let me ask you, because you say you one of three siblings. Mm-hmm.
4. I have 3 brothers. I'm the only girl.
Jesus Christ. So you was a
It's
daddy's
my world,
girl,
I told you.
And you was the only girl.
Only girl.
And then she got boys.
Yes.
You the youngest?
I'm the second to youngest.
Oh, Jesus.
I have a little brother.
Okay.
Obviously.
I asked these questions. Yeah, I know math a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I can do my 2 + 2s and here and there. You know what I'm saying? But I asked that question because I had a conversation the other day, and we were talking about the fact that a lot of times when whether you become one, however it happens, when it's a single parent situation now, the struggle is being a disciplined person or being a bad guy and being the good guy.
Yeah.
Because
that's how I feel
it's
now.
a hard balance with parenting, right?
Right.
And I'm asking you because for a good portion of your life, there were 2 parents there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they probably had their own roles. Like if you a daddy, I'm just assuming, I don't know. Yeah. You a daddy's girl? Okay, cool. I know if she say no, I'm gonna go to him. Mm-hmm. But now when she say no, it's no now. Yeah. So that she does become quote unquote the enemy of the bad person, but she has to have that balance because without that balance, there's no structure. Right. And so it's probably tough on her, honestly.
Very much so. In hindsight, I swear, like as an adult and with therapy, of course, I got to the point of, oh my gosh, like we painted her out, and me and my brother and I were younger, so we're just kids. We don't really, you're selfish. You don't care about what your mama going through now. I'm a mother who is single. Of course, I have relationships with my children's fathers, but I definitely see it completely different now that it's like, my kids think I'm the mean parent. And I'm just like, I never was supposed to be the mean parent. I'm such a lover. Like, I'm not going to cry. I'm such a nurturer, but I have to be the mean parent because, listen, it's dark, but I know with my black little boys, if they're not disciplined, they end up dead or in jail. Not my children. And I stand on that. So I have to be the mean mama because you're not going to go out here and act crazy and get yourself hurt. You're not going to go to this school and show out because I'm going to come behind you. But I make sure you better not be at fault because I'm not going to come up here and show my butt. And, so I have to be something I don't think I was made to be. But it is what it is. I accept it.
Only thing I can say in addition to what you're saying is I have a theory that the parent with the most structure is typically going to be the quote unquote mean parent.
Yeah.
Just like, but it's not just parenting. It's any family member. The aunt with the most structure is the firm down to business
now
aunt.
The main one, yeah.
But the anybody that got structure, because you gotta stand on the structure,
Exactly.
and it gotta be firm. It's foundation there.
It's important. They'll appreciate it later
as you get older.
But that's what I mean when I was telling you, like, my parents were really lax. Like, I know there's a lot of areas I lack self-discipline, and I get that. I try to work on it now as an adult, but that's another thing that I probably project, and I might put too much on my sons because it's like, no, you need to have the motivation to get this done yourself. It shouldn't be, because it makes you anxious, and I am an anxious person. I'm sure a lot of it comes from me always feeling like, I'll figure it out, because I always have, and not ever having my parents say, no, get this, it's never cleaning my room, anything. It's always been my world. So while I'm kind of making a joke about that, it's kind of been my life for real.
But you say a lot of good things in that, because I do think too, even in parenting, like in the style, like if you're able to co-parent with somebody and it's beautiful, great.
Right.
But it's not always beautiful, of course. But the thing with athlete being a household and parents is like, you're able to be lax. Right. So sometimes it could be a gift and a curse, because they might have been lax, but hey, she might not have been lax.
Stuff going on at my house that it did not feel like that. But I won't take away from the fact that both my parents were there. Like, I know for sure that has some influence. I love when men try to throw that shady shot. I bet you ain't had no daddy. I did have one. The details don't matter, but I get what you're saying. But it's still, a lot of times it did kind of just feel like one parent. I don't know. You know how women be like, you had like my child to their man. Yeah. It kind of felt like we had like a cool big brother sometimes.
Well, see, so that's the thing. So I don't know why, like you said, not their story. It makes sense now. I don't know why they divorced like that. But also, you see a lot of memes and statuses that go over people's head as like, you can be a single parent and married.
Yeah.
Like, you can have the other parent in the household and it still be a single parent household.
Right.
Because only one person is acting as a parent.
Right.
Regardless of what you're doing, just the parental things. Exactly. Whether it's talking about the structure, the bad guy, the things that kids need, besides you paying the bills or adding a portion of money, it's the other things that you can bring.
Exactly.
The life lessons, the time, the nurturing, the punishments, the uplifting, all that kind of stuff. So we was talking off camera when I was talking about the Cosbys, and I've been Wi-Fi for minutes. I was watching the Cosbys all week. I got DVDs, thank God, right? And I did notice that, like, yes, it's a show and it's not like real, but when you think of like what you want as far as healthiness, you want that. It was episodes with Heath, Bill Cosby was the mean parent, right? Then he was the soft parent, right? They were the role switch, reverse, but work with each other for a common goal. Right. And that's what a household is supposed to be anyway.
Exactly.
Even when you choose to say, I'm gonna have this baby, not everybody's situation is the same, but for the most part, if you're with that person, that's what you're thinking anyway.
Exactly. I have to own mine, because the first two I did plan. I knew I wanted to have babies. I was very successful with my career at the time, and I was getting older. And I was just like, it's time, because I didn't want to be, and I don't judge it. I understand. We all have our own prerogative. I don't want to be the 40-year-old with the 2-year-old. I am young. I am youthful. Now I can move. I just played soccer with my son before I came to you. Like, I can still do that, and my knees don't hurt too bad. So it was important to me, like, okay, you're getting the money. And again, in hindsight, should it have been more stability? Probably. I probably had a lot more growing up to do, but I don't regret it. Yeah. I wanted those kids. So that's why a lot of times I'm kind of quiet, because it's like, it was an agreement. So it's not like the men didn't know, but at the same time, I guess when they do stuff, I'm just like, well, I'm the one who said I wanted these babies, so I guess I better figure it out. Is it fair? No, but I have to own that. I wanted these kids, and that's why I stand on business. My kids are good, and we have a good village from both sides, from everybody's side. They have a lot of support, but I think about that a lot. It's something I try to consider.
I think what you'll find is a lot of, I know you say you don't like being compared to women. A lot of people, a lot of parents rather, the ones that care a lot, you find them overthinking a lot of decisions just on a day-to-day basis. It's not nothing unhealthy. It's just something you think about. Like, damn, I could have probably did that, but it's fine, Right. And then I don't think nothing wrong with that. Like, I think that as long as you, like you said, you got the village, you got the support, and then you know what you know what they need, you know, and you kind of go from there. And I think also we kind of parent better when we try to make sure our kids have things we didn't have.
Right.
In addition to the good things we did have that plus things we didn't have that we wish we would have.
Yeah.
And I think if you can make that
but
list.
But not material things.
Not that. I'm just
that's the part that
support,
like makes me feel bad. Like I grew up in a house and right now I'm renting an apartment. That's okay. I'm not ashamed about it. Sometimes I do feel guilty. Like, I just saw a post going around like kids shouldn't be in no apartment. They should be in a house. And it's just like, man, I was in a house that did not have a lot of love and joy all the time. I'm not going to say we never had it, but it was a lot of chaos. Mm-hmm. And that also like affects my dating now because I refuse. So like I'm a psychology major. I refuse to put my children through the chaos and trauma of arguing and unhealthy relationships. Like we're in an apartment and my kids are very happy. You can see it. I don't need to put on a show. You see my children, you can tell they have joy, they have love. Mm-hmm. And I'm proud of that. I don't care. I say this humbly, but like I cultivate that. I make sure that even when I'm arguing with somebody, I try to keep them from around that because they don't need to know no grown people stuff. They just need to know life is good and I'm going to try to get you what you want. Just do your best. Be smart. Be kind. That matters to me.
No, I wholeheartedly agree with everything you said. And I think when you say stuff like, it's not material things. Yeah, it's other things that you just kind of want them to have, And like you said earlier, like sometimes, and you say it like in vain a little bit, but like even the sternness, you want them to understand that, when I'm like this, I'm for real.
Right.
I'm gonna play with you, but when I'm like, I'm for real,
It's so stressful going back and forth. I feel
balance is hard.
Two different people.
Balance is hard.
It is.
But balance is such a calm word, but it's a hard task.
It is.
It's like, why does it sound so calm? Like balance. Okay, it's cool.
It does.
But it's so hard to
do. It is.
So I think that's what it be a lot of times. I think people struggle because they think that when they struggle balancing that, it's something wrong. But you're supposed to struggle with balancing because you mixing hot and cold. You mixing opposites because both are needed. So
that's why men need women and women need men.
Hey, you see. But then I don't know. Some women need women, and some men need men. It depends.
Okay, that's.
And I don't mean that. I mean like I might need my dad.
You're right. Sometimes I be wanting a woman too. So
a girl might need her mom. So you talking about? See.
But I do feel like that's something I argue about a lot. I hate that like men versus women thing, and it doesn't even matter. It doesn't have to be romantic. I still think that I need you as a man to help me get this car out that quicksand. You get what I mean? We still have strengths and weaknesses. It's a small car, but I ain't but so big. You know what I mean? I probably need a man.
100%. I'm the same way online with that. Like I'm not crazy about the man versus women thing. Like I'm all for healthy dialogue.
Yeah, so, it's not healthy anymore though. It's not going anywhere. It's like a circle. It's a circle. Y'all are gold diggers. Y'all just want to do nasty things, and it just goes in a circle off of that.
A lot of times it's more so just to put somebody down. Like they'll use that to put somebody down.
Yeah.
Because even like during the storm and stuff, like it started with, it was some little funny stuff. And then you see people like going a little too far. Like, all right, you using that.
Oh, somebody got mad at me for making jokes when I was talking about the men from Florida coming up. I'm like, oh. That's
what it was. It was that. I'm like,
why was that the line? How did that get too far? That's all I want to know.
No,
I get it.
I don't know what the problem was. Like everybody was making any jokes. I'm like, it was like a thing to do. I thought everybody was like coming together doing it.
Right.
And I started watching. I said, hold on, this is like it's getting a little spicy. I feel like people talking about people.
so many shots thrown at me.
I'm trying to tell you, like, man, if you got 3 kids, like, whoa.
People act like I don't see the shade. Some days I go after everybody. I don't even think I don't care if you're not talking about me. I'm gonna still try to check you. And
That's
then
funny.
other days I just scroll by and say, you know what, maybe it was insensitive. Maybe that was insensitive. And I'll have to own that as well. I'm not going to apologize about it because my jokes was funny and I laughed and I feel the way I feel.
Yeah.
But I was never trying to be, mean-spirited. That's not my vibe ever. But at the end of the day, we just went through a hurricane too. I'm traumatized too, and I want to make a joke about doing it. I am backed up. We don't have to talk about that. But my goodness, I want to laugh. I'm going to have to get out some kind of joy.
Speaking of the social media stuff, it's funny. I was going to start off with this, but I thought that was funny to start with the car.
Did you?
So we recently made amends. We was beefing for like I guess 7 days. I don't know.
You are just being so messy. What is happening?
But I've always been transparent. It just was funny because I remember, I think I posted something and it was somebody.
I remember I just told somebody about this fight yesterday.
Yeah, and that was, I don't think it's a big deal. I think you posted something. But for me, like I joke 24/7 a lot. I don't believe in being serious
your tone
online.
Is very hard to discern.
You ain't never even like talk to me until today.
Your social media tone. Sometimes it seems like you're being so
condescending.
serious.
You think so?
I didn't say condescending. Were you being condescending to me?
Sometimes I do, but
wait a minute.
Not you per se.
I didn't like the little you like to do the wows, or I didn't like see, and then I was like, is he trying to be funny?
I'm a wild person.
That's when the secret animosity started on my side.
It's like this. Oh, from like prior stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, so
this
it
been building up for a while. You came in hot. Like, we started being friends and you came in hot. And I'm just like, we don't even know each other like that. Like, why he keep crying on my funny post? Is my joke not funny? You being shady?
No, when I'm I don't think it's. I ain't know the Wild had tears. First of all, let's start there.
No, sometimes you do the tears and sometimes you do the Wild. It would be both of them. See how shady and petty it is. He thought I forgot I didn't. I've been meaning to confront you, but I didn't know it was happening.
We here. So when I'm saying Wild, like I'm trying to see something you would say. Say something you would say. That's something I would say. Say something you would say.
No, I don't want to because like my thing to fall back on is always sex, and we're not gonna do that.
Yeah, we definitely not.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So
stop. You keep leading me in the rooms that you know we should.
I haven't. I ain't took a step yet. But look.
Oh wait, that didn't sound good. Nope, never mind. I'm a hush.
So when I say wow, it's like I'm saying it in this tone. I'm like wow, not like y'all think I'm saying like wow, like I'm judging.
Sometimes it'll be 78 people that laughed at my post, and then here comes Bobby Boucher. Wow.
I'd be getting a follow for that too. So you know what? People might feel how you feel. So tell me. So all right, before I explain, tell me how you feel about me wilding. Like,
oh, I don't care anymore. Now I feel like we're friends.
No. We in therapy now. So look, you tell me.
I feel like
let me change my tone. Let me change my tone.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna relax.
So tell me, what do you think about me wowing some of your posts that you post on Facebook? I don't think you are. So like, go deeper into there.
I used to feel like you was just trying to be shady.
Shady.
It's a very this feel like woman logic, and I don't want to do this. You're not gonna corner me and make me answer. I just know it made me feel some way. It felt petty. If 78 people laughed, why are you wowing? And it was consistent.
I'm a consistent guy.
I appreciate that.
And I'm different. I like to be different. Sometimes I will do something different. The thumbs up would be a little bit better. The wow is extreme. I ain't a thumbs up nigga.
You put
I ain't a thumbs up nigga. That ain't my thing. What you said earlier? That ain't my jam. All right,
that ain't my jam. Okay.
Wowing is my jam. Sadness is my jam.
What?
I'll laugh
and
if it's really funny.
Okay.
So thumbs up. I ain't with the thumb. That ain't my. I ain't.
I've forgiven you for that. We can let that go. But that day you was trying to be shady for real because you thought
really
I was lying. Like people.
Okay.
This stuff really happens to me when I'm in Kroger and somebody try to talk to me. That really happens when I'm in Walmart and somebody granddaddy's like, hey, that sweet thing. That really happens. I'm not lying. When my car gets stuck in the stand, that really happens. Like, but people will really be like,
living proof.
Yeah. See, and I'm glad you could corroborate that because that is something that it's just social media. I understand that, but I'm not a liar. I make jokes, I may troll a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie. I can't stand it.
So I'm glad you said that word trolling because where you looked at I'm being shady, sometimes I look at that as trolling. Like
I understand you now a little bit better.
And the funny thing was, I'm writing notes for the notes for thing. But the funny thing is, whenever you posted that and you were saying something, and I'm like, all right. And it's like I kind of thought that, but I was like, maybe not, right? So I ain't thinking nothing of it. And then unbeknownst to me, I'm scrolling the timeline one day and you posted. I was like, hold up. Let me go back to that post. I'm back to that post. I said,
oh, you talking about when I made a post 3 days later? Yeah. You clocked that? You're good.
I don't play.
You're good.
I was like, hold on. Carry the one. All right.
See, I don't remember my post. I only remember
I know you don't. Yeah. It's your world.
My world. I only remember the conversation under your post. I know I made a post. I promise before I did that last bullet that I did think like.
Nah, the last thing was like, because somebody tried to play me the other day, and I'm like, whoa, what the I say, hey, let me comment first on this motherfucker. Hey, look,
cringe.
I was joking, but I made sure I said it, and then you hit me, and we kind of.
It felt like one of them times where like you say you're joking, but it's like some truth underneath it. What do they call it? Thinly veiled honesty.
Never heard of it, but I like that.
That makes sense, right? Why you couldn't just go with it? Why would you say you never heard of it? Don't embarrass me.
No, early. Well, we did something different early, and you said you never heard that. People said Leah couldn't sing, and I thought that was false. But I ain't want to go too hard. 'Cause I know how you are. I might be lying. You know what I'm saying? I had flashbacks. I was like, you know what? I don't want to start beefing with her, so I'm gonna just chill. You're right. You never heard it before.
And my car is still stuck, so don't worry. You won't get no smoke from me, baby.
Chill.
We're good.
But no, and so I thought that was funny. But that brings me to a different talking point I wanted to talk to you about was like, how do you do that? Because you are an influencer online. You have a lot of followers. I think over 20-something thousand. I don't know if I'm 20. I don't know.
Nobody's counting. I think it's 21,570.
That's insane, bro. Yeah. First of all, nobody counting and having the exact number is crazy. But yeah. But I wonder, what is that like when somebody really don't physically know you? Yes, but it's a community. You know, it's a community. We all joke. Friends. Yeah, and I'm like, hold on, damn. That's when I'm telling you, like, yo, niggas really don't know you. That's crazy. But it makes me think, like, damn, how many people like you think that about me per se? You know what I'm saying? As far as like his tone, like, bro, I'm very chill. I just be chilling. I don't even have no. Can I get upset or whatever? Yeah, I definitely will. But I don't do that. You got a smart little
online mouth. I don't know why you keep saying that. I think everybody kind of agrees.
They definitely do. I'm not even going to debate.
Just own it. I just wanted you to own it.
Even people that know me, but it's just like, you know me, but I'm not even, you know. And then it's Facebook. I don't take it serious. They just Facebook, bro. I really don't take that serious unless you tag me.
I'll keep that in mind for next time you try to be shady.
If I'm shady with somebody, because I don't like them for real. Like, and it's only a handful. It's only a handful. It's only a handful.
I've never seen you being mean for real.
I don't get into that. And people tag me, I don't get into that. I'd rather see them.
I'm proud of you.
I ain't even going to get into that.
Because you know I'm not ducking no smoke. Tag
I hear you.
I'm with you.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. So I just want to ask, because we skipped over a little bit, but I know you published some books, 2 books, right? Mm-hmm. Correct. What's the title, and then what times in your life did you publish these books?
I published them maybe, that's a great question, 4 or 5 years ago. It's 2 of them. So the first one is called Seasons of Love. They're both books of poetry. The Seasons of Love is about essentially a relationship I was in, and just kind of how the journey of that relationship kind of followed the season. Mm-hmm. So it started off hot like summer, and then you have that cool down fall period, and then it was cold because shit was getting real. And when I left, I felt like that was a spring. It was like a fresh start. So I love that.
That's dope. I like that.
It was controversial a little bit, I guess, because the relationship was kind of public, and maybe people made parallels between the things I was saying and the relationship. But it was very heartfelt for me, so whatever. The next book I released was Black Girl, which people for some reason felt like that was like a woman thing, but it wasn't. It's kind of like an autobiography. Is that right? It was like an autobiography, just kind of about my journey of growing through childhood, adolescence, into young adulthood, and yeah.
Well, you say controversial, because people thought it was about women.
No.
It's called Black Girl, right?
No, not Black Girl. Seasons of Love.
Okay.
It was about my relationship, and I guess people made the connection.
Oh, yeah, because you had you were a public figure. Yeah. That makes sense.
So who it was about. And so I was just getting questioning and calls and things like that. And I'm just like, I didn't even know y'all read. I'm sorry. But
relax.
The fact,
you got to relax. I was in school with you. You never read the book a day in your life.
Yes, but you want to read and do comprehension and connect dots now? Really? Crazy work.
That's insane, bro.
I'm just trying to vent.
But that's what happens. You know, you can't be I'm going to just change the sport. You can't be a football wife and drive a book up and think that, people not going to be like,
it has nothing to do with that.
And he played for this school. Like, whoa, he played for this school. he's a quarterback. You can't do that,
People love drama. And I realize when I do things, it's always somebody searching to make some kind of connection to things that it has no connection to. And that is true. I think anything people can connect to thrive from drama, it's a go. And I've learned that. I'm learning.
Nah, definitely. You do a good job. And then the other book, Black Girl, that wasn't controversial, you said, but
just men were just like, oh, I'm gonna buy it for my daughter. I'm gonna buy it for no, you read it, nigga, man.
You read it, nigga, man.
You read it. Because there was stuff about men in there too, and just my experiences, but it's okay. It's the title. I probably should have thought about it, but it's okay. I'll own it. I love it. I love both. Proud of them.
Yeah.
They're on Amazon under Ashley Williams, Black Girl.
What?
And,
your name not Ash?
No, I do not like to be called Ashley, and it's because the only time I really heard that is when I was in trouble at school, which was rare. Mm-hmm. So when people call me Ashley now, it's like a weird kind of Clinch. It's the clinch.
Nah, that's a different clinch.
No, man. It's the same clinch. I'm telling you, I like... Who's calling me? Let me relax by two. But yeah.
You gotta chill, man.
I'm chilling for sure. We don't need no incident.
But so when you're writing these books and writing the poetry, like not poetry per se, but more so, let's say Black Girl, like, and you're pulling from experience. How do you navigate writing a full piece? Like, do you piece things together? Do you know from start to finish how you're going to do it? Do you just write little parts here and there and just kind of like, how do you put that in order? How do you finalize that?
So, I write at least once a week. I have a poet's heart. So I could consider myself an artist. You say influencer, I'm an artist. I've been writing poetry maybe since 4 or 5. It was like my dad's love thing. And so he would write. It's something I started doing. So I really just write, like, I get inspired and it can just happen at the drop of a dime. 4 poems will come out. So I post a lot of poems now just to Facebook. I really haven't done any books, but sometimes it'll just come out. So Black Girl, this was right before I went into nursing school, and I knew, like, this is probably going to be pretty difficult and I might not have time to put anything else out. And I holed up for like 11, maybe 13 hours. And I holed up in my little room and I just wrote. So most of that I did write just off the cuff. Sometimes I will add in things I've already written because I'll say, okay, this kind of goes with it. So Seasons of Love, there was a lot of stuff that obviously I wrote in the relationship that I brought to the book because it was about different chapters that was authentic. It was some stuff I wrote when I was crying and fat and pregnant and depressed. It was some things I really wrote when I'm like, okay, I got to move forward and figure out how life looks now. So it was, that one's more, I guess, authentic to the time. With Black Girl, it was more of just a recollection, but I just sat there and made myself write. I had to get it out, but it's not like a difficult thing for me. It just kind of comes to me like humbly. I don't want to sound full of myself, but it is kind of easy.
No, it's not your world.
It's definitely my world.
Yeah,
I'm not walking it back. I'm doubling down. I don't care.
Since 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
If that's all anybody takes from this, that's okay. I'm a great person. I love everybody, and it's my world.
Nah, F all that. It's your world. You're not a great person. You're not none of that.
That's a good thing. Who better?
Kamala Harris? I don't know. It's November.
I like her. She can be a part of it. That's fine.
No, you're a part of her world. You about to be.
That's my world, baby.
Let me stop. But I know you said the Black Girl was about just your transition into adolescence.
Just the journey. It's just kind of chronological, like you said. It hit some things where I was very young, some when I was teenage, some when I was young adult. It's just kind of.
Yeah, I was going to ask because you mentioned earlier you kind of said it abruptly, like out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere, like nowhere. Just said it like out of nowhere. But you were like out of nowhere. You said I'm bisexual.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah, I'm bisexual. People like to know things like that, and I have to make sure that I'm casting my net wide enough. I'm single and I'm bisexual.
Okay. Hey, clap it up for you. All right, that's enough.
You didn't know this was gonna turn into a dating segment, did you?
Yeah, I didn't. So moving on now. But I was gonna ask, like how, whenever age did you recognize that for yourself? You laughing? I'm being super serious behind it. I don't know why she laughing because it makes me. I'm laughing. I'm not laughing. If y'all know my face, it's straighter than that. I haven't even cracked a smile. I'm just asking her a question, but she laughing.
So uncomfortable. I was hunching. I don't be too specific, but other little girls when I was growing up, when I was like 7 or 8, as soon as my parents would let us out the door, we lived a wild life. Growing up was so crazy. I always think about that. Why were our parents just letting us hang out? I don't know. But I was having me a good old time. So I wasn't really, I've never been like fast in a sense of like with little boys. That was never me. But yeah, I was definitely.
But the girls can get it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. The girls can get it.
That's so crazy now saying it out loud. So high school is when I first saw like my first stud, I guess, probably, that, like, I could recall. Of course, I saw the bread and stuff. I don't know if she considers herself that. I don't think she does. But you get my point. It's the first time I saw, like, a girl who dressed masculine in person. For the most part, I had one neighbor, but I ain't paying her no mind. She was younger than me. Sorry, I'm rambling. Anywho, and I was just like, oh, my gosh, she's so cute. And it was, like, so fascinating to me. And then I just kind of started dabbling from there. So I'd say, like, 10th grade, maybe 9th grade. I don't know.
So in middle school, you didn't have that feeling? Or I just wonder, was it something you knew and you kind of ignored for a while? But you had to, because you said you were hunching girls at 7, 8 years old.
I was, but I don't know. I never remembered feeling like I'm going to like girls, but I definitely was hunching them.
What made you hunch them? Like, did you just grab them? Were you like a serial hunter? Did you just grab people and hunch them?
Each other. I don't know. We would just be having a good time, and then
you start hunching.
Yeah.
Like a movie? I don't know, like you know, like in a
Kinda,
movie,
we
like
were kids. I don't want to think
y'all lock
about
eyes
it.
and then they start kissing. Like
No kissing, just hunch. Is that not normal? Did you not hunch? Because what you're not gonna do is have me feeling crazy for hunching. I think not hunching is just crazy.
no,
to
I'm
me.
not gonna say I didn't hunch, but I definitely think like
You
it was
need
like.
to live more.
But I ain't finished. I just said I ain't hunch. I just think that it was intentional. It wasn't like, hey, we just finished sweeping, let's hunch. It wasn't. We just finished having tea party, let's hunch. Or we just finished playing Barbie
No, we
doll, let's
never
hunch.
planned it, but I can't. Now that you asked me that, like I can't think of like what led up to it. I just remember
I
hunching.
mean, like you young and you playing your friend, you playing house. Like
Yeah.
people say, don't play house.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
who pretty? I'm your husband. The fuck. Yes.
So trifling.
That's
no,
you know,
but I didn't want the husband. I just wanted the wife.
I know you made the game very awkward. I can kind of see now why they probably distance themselves from you. Like, yo,
Okay.
don't
You're
call
going
Ashley over
hard.
here.
Do you want the beef to start back? What
Nah,
is
we
the
good,
see?
we good.
I give you an inch and then you just
Yo, your
go
hair looks
so
amazing.
far.
That color is
Thank
great
you
on you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Definitely.
Thank you. Way to bring it back.
I try every now and then, you know. That's what I was known for, bringing it back.
I don't even know why we were talking about hunching, and we really got in there.
I know why, because I asked you about being bisexual. Just, you know,
Oh, cool.
yeah,
Got you. Same thing.
that was all. And you was kind of
You're good.
promoting yourself and all that kind of stuff. So
Wait, my sexuality?
everything you
Oh,
said,
I was
you
just
was
saying
single.
that I'm available.
Yeah, you was available, bisexual. So you know, you got men and women, whoever want.
Keeping
you know,
my options open.
options open.
Okay.
You know, broaden your horizons and everything like that. You're a writer. You do poetry. You know
Thank
what I'm saying?
you so
Yes,
much.
yes, yes,
Okay,
yes,
that's
yes,
enough.
yes.
I'm blushing. Let's
And
move
it's your
on.
world, baby. Let's get
And
it.
that's all that kind of.
It's all that matters. You said it. Not that you're a good person, none of the other stuff. F all that.
No.
It's my world, and everything after that is after that.
Yeah, it does matter. It's just
Your eyebrows look
secondary.
nice too, though. So
I don't do anything to them, so that's very weird.
just-
Now you're
just
just
say
saying
thank you.
stuff.
Just- all I need- let me
No,
tell you-
because I
let
feel like
me
you're not being honest. Honestly,
nah, I am. I'm from where
no
I'm
trust,
at.
no us,
From
and we
where-
really just got back in a good place.
From where I'm at, they look nice.
Thank you
know,
so
I don't.
much.
You know,
Are my lips chapped? Because that's what I've been worried
not
about.
from where I'm at.
Okay, let's move on.
I got comments. I can throw you some if you want, but you know,
Why are you?
let me throw you some
more
comments. I don't know.
No,
Okay.
that's like kissing, and that would be weird.
Nah, it's not like kissing, no, but definitely.
It's definitely like
You
kissing.
could just put it on your finger.
and that's like kissing.
So you know, at some point, I seen some stuff from you. You posted on that seemed to be old footage. So I know like the like what you do now, and just to correct, you said I said influencer. It said it in your bio,
It
so I
does
just
say that.
went off that.
Okay, that's fine.
I kind of
See
did
how
my
you
research.
Your
you know,
tone, you see the tone. I know it say that in my
That's-
bio. You ain't
that's-
call me a rock star. It say that in my bio too.
I ain't heard rock music.
Okay.
But speaking of it, I'm glad. I'm glad you brought me here because I forgot about
No,
that.
we can Uno reverse. I'm sorry.
No. I don't play Uno like that. All right, so you say, how would you describe yourself? Like if you had to use 3 words.
Man, yesterday when I was having my nervous breakdown about doing this, the one thing I said, I hope he do not ask me, who are you? Tell me about yourself. I hate that question.
I know.
If I need 3 words to describe, what was the question?
Just give me 3 words about yourself.
Growling. You gonna be able to hear that?
No,
I am love. That's generally what I say when people ask like who I am. I am love.
I remember Diddy was saying that for a little while. But go ahead.
Not that kind of love. I am real love, authentic, genuine, like your mama gave you, I hope. Let's see, what else? I'm genuine and I'm kind.
Are you vengeful?
No.
Are you petty?
Yes.
Okay.
I can be.
Okay.
It's a choice. I'm a professional. I'm retired. I used to be professionally petty, but.
So you did say you were an artist.
I am an artist.
Okay. And I agree. I call myself an artist as well. Even though it's podcast, I feel like it's art. It's art to kind of build that conversation, how you want it to go and everything, right? And I say that to build up to a really, really great question. I wanted to know, like, what was going through your mind, or just like
that sounds like
thought process. The thought process.
What was going through your mind? Oh
when
God!
you wrote, recorded, and shot a video for a diss record, like to somebody you talked to. What was going through your mind at the time?
I have no idea what you're talking about. What diss record did I do? Oh boy, fuck you.
Yes.
BFY.
BFY is crazy. Yo, you having abbreviations is insane.
That made it next level though.
She said BFY.
That's the name of the song. So it's so crazy. Okay, I was going so hard for this man, and like.
That was your first mistake. Let's start there.
Yes, thank you. This is the stuff I'm not supposed to say that all the women say. Don't say that because the men try to manipulate you. But I'm still gonna go ahead and say that I'm a lover girl. And again, my finances were very intact. So money, like, I'm not like, it comes and goes as energy. If I'm dating somebody and they like things, I'm going to do things for you. You know what I mean? So I'm putting my all in and it's seeming like it's mutual. And out the blue, it clearly was something else. And there was someone, I guess, like, there were a lot of parties involved in the situation. And yeah, it was a petty moment. This person made music, and I just wanted to take that moment to show. I'm going to just say it, because this is going to sound messed up. Oh, I hate stuff like these. Did you say it, Ashley, or no? No. Yeah, go ahead and say it. I'm going to just say that I knew, like, I dropped this song, I'm going to definitely get more shares, and I'm going to get more reactions, and it's about you. Stop playing with me. So, yeah, I am petty. I don't play like that. You want to play in my face, then I'm going to do what you do, and I'm going to do it better, and now what? It made me feel better.
I'm clapping for you because it's nothing greater than the person that's petty saying, hey, look, I'm petty. I accept it.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
I'm retired.
But you're next level petty because not the diss was the diss. That's one thing. But you said, I'm going to go above and beyond and make a video and everything, visual, get more shit than you ever going to get just to show you, like, on any level of what you thinking you could put me on, you can't put me on. And I appreciate that, man.
You saying it like that makes it way worse than how it came across in my mind.
BFY, you too.
That was the second thing I said I wasn't going to do, and I did it. All right.
Hey, it's all good, man. Hey, you get comfortable. Sometimes you just start saying things and do things, you know what I'm saying? So
not that comfortable. My mama told me not to do that. I kept doing it. She said, please don't do that.
I thought it was a funny moment. I mean, obviously, in real time, you probably going through whatever you're going through with that for real. But I do think, like, when I ask you about yourself, you think about it like, yeah, you could look at it the petty side, but you also break that down as like, you know, if it's something that's gonna be laughable, I'm gonna laugh at it my way. Yeah. I'm gonna be it's your world.
I wasn't laughing. I was really angry.
I know we laughed when we heard the diss record and stuff. We all laughed and we thought it was kind of cool and you know.
It didn't matter. As long as I get the shares and reacts, I don't laugh. Look, that's a shade that somebody always like to throw at me. People are laughing at you, not with you.
Who cares?
As long as that check clear, baby, I don't care. That sound messed up too, but I'm good. Like, I'm very comfortable with myself. I understand I'm not the best dancer, but when I wake up and I'm dancing, I'm on such a high, I feel so amazing. I don't care how silly somebody think.
Hold on, you be for real? Like dancing in the morning? You be like, seriously?
No, not most of the time.
Okay, about to say, I thought you were joking.
There have been times.
Okay. I'm glad you mask it that way.
And people are like laughing, and I'm like, oh, I thought y'all were gonna think that was cute.
Yeah. When you gonna do stand-up comedy? Because you're funny.
I thought you were gonna ixnay that question.
No, I wasn't.
I don't know why you thought that. EJ asked me that, and I am like, not EJ, you know, I am very shy, and like I was telling you, I know y'all want me to tell people I'm gonna end up cussing somebody out because I can't tell them that, but
imagine that.
Boo! I'm sorry.
Boo!
Yes,
boo!
It's that I'm not going to. I don't see myself getting through the boos, getting through the blank stares, getting through the text. Ooh, I don't play that. Do not text while I'm on this stage performing. Because who are you talking to? And you paid your $10 to get in here and I'm standing up here. See, it's too...
Texting. I'm at this club.
I don't care.
I'm at Miami Vibe.
No,
this
you
girl,
need to be
Ash Williams, is killing it.
I don't care. You need to be laughing and looking at me and engaging. See, it's not going to go well for me.
Sometimes it's just too fire. You got to tell people right there and then. Sometimes the performance is too fire.
If it's too fire, they're going to be laughing, right?
They snap,
clapping.
They snap you. They trying to put on their snap, the little caption on their Snapchat.
It doesn't work for me.
Yes,
I'm really just nervous, though. It's really just my anxiety. I actually want to do spoken word. So I love poetry, but the couple times I have got up there, I just get so nervous.
You
know how your voice do the shaky thing?
Keep doing it.
I hate it.
Keep doing it.
I know. I'm getting better. Like, I feel like even now, I've been trying to go live lately. So that's something I struggle with my social media stuff is going live because the thought, like, first of all, seeing the numbers, I need to figure out how to not look at that. When it go from, 2 people, I kind of don't care.
That's like, funny.
When it get to 20, and I know 20 ain't nothing, when it gets up to a certain amount of people, I'm just like,
So I do think live is a huge anxiety factor if you really have it too, because them first 2-3 minutes, you just don't know who. Imagine it's 1 then 0, like damn,
yes.
my ugliest, fuck,
yes.
you know. And imagine you see 5 then 0, like
and now I'm
the
on
numbers
live
just drop.
People out.
So I try the first 2 minutes, I just keep saying what's up, a little bit. And then I kind of go, but I'm gonna just start. Once I commit, I'm just gonna start.
Right.
And then hopefully somebody come in 6-7 minutes into it, like, you know what?
6-7 minutes. That's why you kept telling me to wait for a little bit. That first time I did it, I think that was you.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-7 minutes. No, I'm about done by
No. Yeah, you went live very quick. That I'm like, God damn.
It's 10 minutes. That's all I can give before I start freaking out, and I need a shot because.
Well, when I went live, it's like an hour every time. And I don't want to do that way, but I record a lot too. So
you look so comfortable.
Because if it's 5 people watching, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just entertain the 5 people.
You always ignore me though. That's what's
That's
weird.
not true.
And I just find
That's
that
not
really
true.
strange. I think this is a great time to bring that up as well. I say hi, I wave, I send a little heart. Nothing. What's up with that?
I be saying hi back. I say, yo, what up, Ash?
Never heard it. Never.
Now,
that's so crazy to me.
Now, there is a thing that can happen. You can watch it live and it say was. So was, I know you read.
Oh, no,
but was just
I
mean
know
I'm not
how
live
live
no
works.
more.
Don't mansplain to me. You don't speak to me when I say hi and it's live.
That's not true. That's not true. You got to go back and do your research.
No,
man.
I have my decision in my head. I know what happens. I've experienced it.
I'm going to check a live. I'm going to check a live. Nah, I speak to everybody. I say what's up to everybody. And I ask them to ask me questions. They can do whatever they want. I'm going to answer. As long as they nothing crazy, cause I'm going to look at it like this.
What's something crazy? Oh, I'm sorry.
Something crazy is me asking you a question because this is how about you.
I forgot. That's why I said I'm sorry. Yeah. I was just out. I was engaging.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. But do tell, because like I said, even though I know you said artist, I didn't say influencer just because of your bio, but I would say like, that's what people will be saying.
That's
sometimes.
how people address it. So I have adopted it. You're
right. But
I
say it to you because I do feel like in order for me to call you one, that's just me personally. I'm not dissing nobody. You got to really be influencing some shit. That's just me personally. You can't call yourself an influencer. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't go there. Yeah. But I feel like it's even with the creator thing. I feel like Facebook, it should be a threshold for you to be like professional dashboard.
Yes.
Why am I competing with somebody?
I didn't even put creator. I put writer because that's before I was really like into like videos and stuff.
But you are a writer.
I am a writer. That's what I said. That's my passion. Yeah.
And I just don't want to. I feel like we both, not me and you, but like me and Smile shouldn't have a professional dashboard. Yeah. They just a regular person, right? No, you know what I'm saying? They're not doing anything. Yeah. Like they don't even go live. You know,
except resharing stolen.
Yeah, it should be a professional dashboard, and then it should be like a klepto dashboard with like
not klepto.
Or plagiarism. Like you got professional dashboard, plagiarism dashboard.
Yeah, no, for real.
Because plagiarism is insane.
Exactly. I mean, get your money though. I understand it. It's just for me because I do take it serious. Like I want to thrive off of my art, my creativity. So I don't want to ever. I'm not gonna say I ain't never stole nothing. Now I did get one great viral when I had a great payout too. I see why they do it, but it's just not me. The things I say are from my thoughts in my mind for the most part. You know, we scrolling, you see stuff, but I don't sit there and type out nothing you typed out. I don't want to tell a story you told. I don't.
You know what I think too, and it's not that stuff not funny, but I naturally feel like the stuff that do go viral that's funny. I be feeling like. I could have did that. No, it's just fine. It's only gonna get if you keep looking at them. Then yes,
I know
that's
it's like a thing. Okay.
Okay. You fully black?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm light black and dark black mixed together. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do it? But talk about the payout. Like not what it is, but like how does that work for the average person that can't get the answer? Because I'm gonna say y'all. I'm gonna say y'all because it's some good influence in the city too.
Yeah.
That it's around.
They need to help me out too. So I don't really know when I only have been monetized for a little over a year now. When I got monetized, they invited me, and then a little bit after, it was just like you could do it if you wanted to. When I first started, it wasn't an option of you can just say you want to monetize and go. They had to pick you and say, do you want to be monetized? Yeah. So now I don't know how it works. I noticed like a drastic increase of what I was making before to like now. It's like it's a lot less significant now that it's been opened up to so many. So I don't know, the background, or I really don't know how it works, honestly.
But they talk about what that means when you say what comes with the title influencer, as far as like how you use your social media and how much you have to use it or how much you have to post.
Oh my gosh. The title influencer, it's one I adopted. So I don't know. I think for myself, or what made me consider myself that, is mostly when other people started reaching out, asking me how to do that. And I'm just like, I'm not doing anything but dancing and making skits. I think the skits that I was making was a lot of, I guess, what initiated, but I really don't know. It got thrown around and then I adopted the term. So I don't know, when people started reaching out and asking for help though with like monetizing and things like that, or how can I get people to engage more? How can I get X, Y, and Z? That's when I felt like, okay, I might be doing something, because why are y'all asking me? I guess in my head, it was a lot less significant, or even with the followers, like I didn't realize some people only have 1,000 followers. Like I've always had a good bit, even before the large influx of followers I've had now. I already had.
I was always popping on y'all niggas, boy.
I've had Facebook for a very long time. And when they changed it to followers instead of friends, it worked out a little in my favor. I think I had like 7,000 followers, okay? And then sometime last year it just ballooned. But I don't, I didn't do anything special. I love people. I love social media because I love people. People are my passion. So outside of this is my world joke, I genuinely adore people. And I think I'm able to make these connections because it is authentic. It is genuine. Mm-hmm. That's one of the words I say. And I feel that I do spend a lot of time on social media. When I'm not on there and I'm not parenting, I'm a good mom, and I'm not doing my school stuff, I spend a lot of time working on what I'm going to do. It is a job for me. This is a career. I don't want to say a job because I love these. I love what I do. But I am constantly on there because you could get off the internet for 4 hours and you'll come back and somebody that made a joke, they got 200 shares. I know it's just social media, who cares? But it means a lot when you're getting a check from there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And so timing matters. I guess that's one thing that people want to know. Timing definitely matters. So it's an investment. It's like anything else, I guess, that if you want to be successful, and you have to put time in it. And I think some people during Helene just now, a lot of people became comedians or whatever, and they were getting some traction, but it's not going to hold if you can't keep making the jokes because you're focused on your other stuff, and now people forgot you're funny because you were only funny for the 2 weeks when you ain't have a choice. It's a lot. It has to be a consistent thing. It has to be, it's time consuming.
That's what I was kind of getting at when I asked you a question. You kind of hit on it now, like, you do post a lot. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you post like a lot of open-ended questions where they have to answer. Not saying you don't care about what you're asking. I'm not saying that, but also it leads people to have to engage. So comment, share it, whatever they have to do. So it's engaging. So a lot of times you have to, and it's not easy to come up with this stuff when you got kids, you got a job, you got responsibilities, you got things you got to do. So even when you say influencer, it comes with a big level of commitment and consistency, because that's how you able to receive good payouts, So it's a few y'all I see that that I kind of would interview just on the influencing things solely. But like I said, it is something I see like, okay, that's stolen. Okay, that's not true. I like the authenticity of a lot of stuff you post though.
I think it makes the difference, and that's a downfall that I think people don't understand. So I'm glad you said that, because I think that helped me clean up my answer. I told you I'm love. I want to spread joy. I want people to be loving. And like, even how we were talking about like the men and women debates, it's a lot of negativity. And one thing that matters to me is like in our community, I feel like we don't have a lot of love amongst each other. We don't have a lot of sense of community. And one thing that I appreciated from the storm, from Helene, is that people came together. People had to come together. And this is what I want to push. If my platform has to stand for something, I want it to be joy, love, and community. I do post questions where I do care about what people say. I have my own thoughts, so that's another thing that gets confused. I'm not asking questions because I need help or I want people to weigh in on what I should do. I am very opinionated. I am very, very opinionated.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. So sometimes people are like, this is what you should do. And I'm just like, no. I know what I'm going to do. I'm asking what, I just want, I like to know how people think. And sometimes I feel like I can influence the way people look at things, because it's other people who have been through hard, like growing up through difficulties or seen violence or had trauma or been abused as an adult. And it's like, sometimes we get stuck in this. Sometimes there's a lot of pain behind these debates. Mm-hmm. And it's somebody got their heart broken, now they hate men, and somebody got their heart broken, they hate women. And I really do a lot of these things because even though bad things have happened to me, I always laugh. I always laughed at my ass is flat. I always laughed that I got cheated on. I always laugh about these things because it's life, it happens. And guess what? Moving forward, I know a little bit better with my ass. It's okay. I'm cute. So you just move on and you learn to laugh at yourself. And I think I try to share that. I think that is the influence, that no matter what's going on my worst day, like I still get on the internet. The day I had surgery and got my body cut in half, I was on Facebook that night and I ain't tell nobody. I don't sit and dwell on the negative things. And I do want people to take that away because life is short, but it's beautiful. And things are not always going to be good. Bad things happen. Sad things happen. So is life, but there are moments, and it is what it is. You have to move forward, and it's a choice, how you choose to go about it. And I think that is what I would want the influence to be, if I could
Nah, you said a lot. That was dope. I felt like you were trying to sell something just now, so that was great.
Me?
I thought you were trying to, have
But
both
you're right,
you
drugs
in
sell
November.
themselves. I don't even have to do that.
Okay. Can you lift your foot up real quick? I just want to see if the camera can catch it. Your foot. Just your foot. I say,
Oh, my knees.
did you pop? Probably from that soccer.
Is that it? What you want me to do?
I just wanted to show you your shoe, but it's fine. Like, I don't know how you did
I'm
it.
flexible. I could get it up there if you want it up there. I don't.
That's fine. Yeah, that's gonna be the screenshot too.
No.
No.
You cannot be trusted.
No, I'm playing. Nah, but like even with the influencing, I did notice that, and I noticed with you because you post a lot in the morning too.
Yeah.
So
Okay, don't be
that
trying to give away my sauce, baby. You good?
I'm chilling, bro.
Okay, don't give my sauce away.
I'm just talking to a person that
Okay,
that is that influence.
You fine, go ahead.
But
I'll deny anything. I don't want nobody to know.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the morning. I mean, I know the time right there, 6:23 a.m. You posted.
It is.
But
I'm always up early.
I did notice not what you do, but just the questions you ask, and it's like one day I want to say, oh, okay, she must be getting paid from them because it's no way that you asking this question for real.
Yeah.
But I understood it the more and more I watch people go into the content creator space.
Yeah.
I said, okay. Because, sometimes people look, not you. I'm going to make sure I'm clear.
Go
not
ahead.
you, because I know how you are.
Why would you say
some
how
people,
You're provoking me when you say you know how I am, because then I want to turn up on you. Okay.
You ain't got to, though. You you choosing to turn up now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm calm. You
But
let me get too comfortable. You let me get too comfortable now.
Some people be annoying. I'm like, yo, why do you?
That's what it's not authentic.
Yeah,
it's not
like,
authentic. You don't care if somebody was happy 5 years ago. And if you don't care, it translates because you're not going back and commenting. You're not going back and saying anything. And that translates. Now, I'm not going to keep telling you my business and you don't care. Why are you even asking me this?
Yeah. So I noticed that with the social media thing. But even when you say the man versus women, I'm thinking about some people that do a lot of man versus women. Maybe they are getting paid, so maybe they aren't as passionate about that topic. But it's like, you know what? That's what's the engagement. Because it's
how
it's
much
a
is your
business.
soul worth, and why would you sell it? That's how I feel though. And I get it. Like I said, make your bad. For me, it's not for me. I don't want to dwell on, first of all, Black people matter to me. That's very small. All people do. But my community matters. I'm not about to keep perpetuating hate in my community. And that's the thing. Like, I stand for stuff. I'm real. I'm solid. Okay, like, that's kind of deep, but it's the truth. So no Facebook check is worth me pitting people against each other. It's not worth it. It's easy for me to say that, but it's not. I'm not a rich person. I'm rich in spirit. I'm rich. I'm blessed. But financially, sure, it's a lot of things I could be doing, to get my checkup. I'm not gonna. To me, that is like selling your soul. I'm not going to sell my people out and put this hate, because I do feel like I have some influence, and I do feel like some people do look to what I say like, oh, well, maybe, they kind of take what I say like, okay, that might make sense. No, I'm not finna say this. I don't hate men. I love men. Have I had some bad relationships? Yes. I don't hate my exes. There is no hate. Life moves forward. The relationship didn't work, and I think we just need to stop pushing the narrative. So no, I don't care what check they're getting, and they have to live with that. That's their soul and their life. But for me, I feel like it's not worth it.
What's your favorite movie?
Crooklyn. Ooh, that just came out. Crooklyn is one of my favorite movies. I can stick with it.
But why Crooklyn? Like, what about that?
It was one of the first movies where I saw like a female be kind of like more of the lead with Troy. And then to me, it was a lot of similarities. She had brothers. She was tomboyish, and that was kind of me. So I think it just was relatable for me.
Okay. About book. Favorite book?
There's this book I read that I feel like changed my life. It's called The Untethered Soul. I don't remember the author. So this is when I was transitioning from, I grew up religious. I grew up Baptist. And as a young adult, once I ventured out and kind of just started being on my own, I think I was lost. And I'm like, where do I go now? I had a bad experience with church, and I'm just like, what's next? Because I know there's something bigger than me. I believe in God. I know there's God. So I read this book, and it just helped me get kind of intact. I'll never, one of the first things is like, be quiet. Do you hear that voice talking in your head? Some people don't hear a voice.
You hear voices?
Not those kind of voices.
No, but do you hear them like in your head?
I talk to myself silently, yes. Don't come for me.
No,
this is normal for some people, but some people really don't. I don't know if you know that. Do you? Do you hear?
I don't hear voices.
Really? So when you're quiet and you're talking to yourself like, where are my keys? You don't hear, where are my keys?
Never thought of it like that. No, I don't.
So think right now. Think like, where's my water, bottled water, whatever.
I thought about it.
And you don't hear anything?
No, I heard the same thing you heard just now.
so crazy. So when I say, where's my purse? Like in my head, I can hear this is crazy, cut this out too. I can hear myself though. And so the book was just like, what is that voice? And it was basically explaining how like, it's a soul in this body. This body is temporary. And it's just like, I've never really.
No,
your face scared me.
I'm looking at the time. I'm writing notes down, man.
I'm so sorry. So I just never had it explained that way. I was really young. I think I was like 20, 19, 21. I don't know. I was pretty young. So that book just was transformative for me, and it taught me how to live in the moment. It also kind of touched on like the law of attraction, just a whole bunch of things that I feel like are kind of at the foundation of the woman I am currently.
The woman you are currently. Talk about that for a second.
I am so scared to keep saying stuff because you keep wanting me to talk about it.
This is what I do.
The woman I am
this is
currently,
what I do.
I feel like I am very nurturing, motherly for all beings around me. Friends, family. I feel like I have taken on like this loving, motherly like role. So as a woman, I don't know, I feel accomplished. I feel strong. I feel like Superwoman these days, and I feel grounded. I feel like wisdom is what's supposed to come with age, and I can feel that. I can feel the wisdom coming. And it's so disappointing because sometimes I do still have those petty moments where I be to cuss somebody out, and I'm just so disappointed in myself because it's like I want to get to the place where I stop letting that get triggered. But I've come a long way. Like, I be arguing now, but this is so much better than 2 years ago. You know, like,
yeah.
I know it's a work in progress, but I am proud of the woman that I am currently, for sure.
I was going to say everybody a work in progress. I think if you get to a point where you're not a work in progress, something probably wrong. Or you overlooking something.
Yeah.
Or you just too, like, confident.
You might think
arrogance.
like the world is yours.
You know what I'm saying? Then get your hair blue and, you know, wear silver and gold. You know, there's a lot of things you might do. White pants. It's just some things you might do, you know?
These are maybe
cream pants.
ivory.
Yeah, I guess something like that. Yeah. Cash rules everything around me.
Thank
I got you. I had one I wanted to read, but you kind of said so much stuff that kind of go back to that, so I'm not going to do it now.
What was it?
It was a post I posted the other day. I'll read it real quick though. It said, "What do you love most about yourself?" But you said so many things. I feel like, you know, I think they can kind of take from what you said, you know, at that point.
Wait, I thought you said it was a poem.
No, a post.
My bad.
I talk fast, I know.
What do you
I might have said poe and just left it alone.
Wait, were you asking me?
Sure.
I love my heart.
Why?
It's genuine. I genuinely love everybody. Oh my God, I think that weirds people out. So I'm probably going to tell you I love you like after you get my car out the ditch or whatever, just because that's just how I am. I love people. Even the people online, how you were saying my community who aren't, I do love them. I love
like LUV,
mostly,
you know, like
love,
LUV.
No, actual love. I feel like I am love. I feel like if God loves us all, then if I say I am of God and I am loved, then it's my responsibility to do the same. None of us are perfect. And I think especially because I have advanced knowledge, or I'm, you know, get into the place of advanced knowledge with psychology and stuff, it's reasons that we might not like people, but some of that stuff is mental and some of that stuff is drugs and some of that stuff is trauma, and we all deserve to be loved. So no, I mean love. And I think that really shocks people because it'll be somebody, I don't know, I just started talking to a week ago on Facebook. I don't know them from a can of paint, and I'll be like, have a great day, I love you. And I don't know.
Things can get tricky, right?
It's not tricky for me.
No. Yeah, that's the problem. See,
what do you mean? Elaborate.
For me, it's tricky. If it's multiple parties.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it's definitely the problem. Okay.
What you mean?
Okay, so it's multiple parties.
Yeah.
You got, let's say it's you.
We still talking about love?
Anything.
Okay.
But you're saying for me, it's like, well, you said it kind of, and it's kind of affects both of us. So yeah, it's a problem. It's just like, it's not tricky for you.
You lost me somewhere. What are we talking?
Probably like 10 minutes ago. No big deal. It's not a big deal.
I was just saying, people think it's weird that I say that I love people. I love people.
You said it's not a problem for you. I'm saying it's like, let's say you talking to somebody, I don't know, let's say it's a guy you're talking to. You might not mean it like that, but you can kind of.
Thank you. I was so confused. So you saying like it might be uncomfortable for the other person. I don't care.
I know you don't. I know that already now.
I am apologetic though if that's not welcome, but there's more people who need to hear that they are loved than those who will be offended, and to them, fuck them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you the rule of that.
That's a part about my personality that people can't tell by the internet. So I will cry. I'm a crybaby. I really kind of don't.
You a Cancer?
No.
What are you?
I'm a Virgo. I don't really subscribe to that either, but okay.
Yeah, but I mean that's spiritual, but I hear you. Okay.
Okay. What was that button?
You hear it. I don't
afterwards. Like
She said, "What was that button?" That's crazy. Oh boy, yeah. I like that. That like how you did that just now. That was dope.
Thank you.
Yeah. Man. I did want to. So, like, do you have any books or poems or spoken word that you're gonna put out anytime soon, or you just not working on it? I know you
remember when I said I just wrote that one in one day. It just happened. So I already have the concept thing that I want to get in. So it's probably gonna be more music related, but it's so hard for me, or maybe it's not hard. I kind of be to myself a lot. I do a lot of things solo. So because I haven't, I don't want to say made the connections, but I'll say make the connections. I haven't made the connections I need. It's hard for me to kind of push certain things. So like with my music, I need a video. It's hard for me to find like producers and stuff like that. I don't want to say hard, but I guess I don't put myself out there enough. And then you see how I am. Like I overthink and I'm a lot of pressure. So I'm like, oh, what if they just like, I heard this girl BFY song and no. Not working with her. And so it's just a lot. So music will probably be the next thing. I'm actually trying to get a music video done now. So we'll see. I don't know. It just comes to artists. So some days I want to write a book. Sometimes I want to write poetry. Sometimes I just want to make skits. It comes in waves. It's really weird. So I always create every day. I'm working on creating something. I just can't call it. I might wake up and just start listening to beats and write. I might wake up and just start doing skits. I don't know. I'm a free spirit. I just go with the wind man.
The women?
The wind
man.
The
wind man.
Women too though. You know you keep bringing that up. You fascinated.
I definitely, it's just regular stuff. I mean, it's people that's bisexual. It's like, it's not really an uncommon thing.
I'm representing.
I was born in the 90s, what can I say? It's not new to my generation. So I'm closing. I just wanted to make sure I got everything.
They're not white, right?
A little bit, yeah. No, I'm playing.
That is so
I'm playing.
crazy.
I'm just playing.
Okay, because definitely give me the Kiss Carmex.
No, they're cream. They're not white. They're just cream. Like they look like your pants. They're just playing.
So that might be fashion. I'm gonna just tell them it was like lip gloss.
Well, not now. You didn't say it.
Bro, you're gonna edit this out. Let's go. Let's keep going.
That's the first clip coming out.
That is so crazy to me. Get me out of here. Let's go get my car.
Nah, for we need to get the car for real.
I'm so worried.
We gotta get that bad boy out of there.
I am so. See how happy I am, even though I'm so worried on the inside. I'm just like, I am gonna be stuck here tonight. On the outside, I'm laughing.
Nah, everything good. We gonna get taken care of, man.
You don't sound confident at all.
I'm definitely confident. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident. Because the word is yours. I know it's called and get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right. And if not, I'll have to walk.
Nah, you could just lift it up and you're good to go. So,
thank you.
If anything, we just got to put our muscles to use. So if people want to follow you or just find you, what's the best place to find you? Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram?
Facebook is my home, and that's Ash Williams. That's where I do most of my things. That's my priority. I'm trying to grow my TikTok. I finally got over 1,000 people. I know that's nothing these days, but like I've been so iffy with it. It feels young. I'm only 25, but it feels young. So you good?
I just
okay. I saw you lean. So
pressing buttons.
It's hard for me to kind of make the switch. I know that's where the money is though, but I'm working on it.
But I feel like one thing I always tell people that's in this space is you got to kind of have short-term goals.
Yeah.
So you might say 1,000 not a lot, but it's somebody that won 1,000 that is struggling to get into there.
That's exactly.
And so they want to be where you
I try
at.
not to compare. I really try not to compare because it took me forever to get that 1,000, and I'm happy about that. It's been growing pretty well since then, but it's okay.
I want to the last question for real. But you say you're trying to compare. How do you get better? Or you mean compare to others only? I
try not to compare myself to other influencers. I try not to watch their stuff. Even with music, like if I know I'm about to start making music, I'll stop listening to like Janae Aiko. I love her.
You don't sing though, right?
Oh, of course I sing. Do I sing well? No.
I
love to sing? You didn't hear my Show You Right song?
Your voice,
That's kind of like singing.
Yes, you sent it to me. You sent it to me.
You hated it?
No, I told you.
I was so excited. I sent it to a lot of people. You are very bad at texting. Did you message me back?
Well, it wasn't a text, it was a Facebook message, but...
Yeah, I consider that a text, either way.
Yes, you asked me. I said, I told you, hey, let me get in the studio later on and I'll listen to it. I'll tell everybody that.
Did you ever listen?
Yes, and I hit you back. And I said, I told you what was good about it, and I told you what...
I remember.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, that's all. That was it. Yeah.
So that was kind of like singing?
Yeah, I guess.
It was bad. It's not good. It's not. I know it's not good. I like to sing though. I'm definitely going to when my career blossoms. I'm
your
gonna sing.
shoes really match your dress, and that's what matters right now. It's not about the singing.
I can't get it any higher. My knees are locking up. That was the second thing. I didn't do the third thing, so that matters.
Nah, that's fine. But you did a good job, man. You spoke well. You know what I'm saying? We came in, you answered all the questions. We didn't have no beef.
Are we still on this or?
No. You see on the camera somewhere? Why are you looking?
What's happening?
I'm ending the podcast.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm so sorry.
We call it closing. You know.
I panicked. I'm looking you up.
It's closing words. You know, let's. It's like saying wrap it up without saying wrap it up.
Can we try again? Okay.
Nah, definitely. So yeah, man, this was good, right? This was great.
Fun.
You know, you matched. You know, everything was good. You were very, very high spirited. You know what I'm saying? Great guest. You gotta come back and do it again.
Can you cut out all the stuff that make me look like a jerk?
Definitely not. I feel like that's how they get the real you. Like that's really Ash.
No, this was nervous. Me.
This was not. You're a nervous person. You said you shy. Like everything is just like it kind of.
Okay, let's not read
a big word.
Me. This
cultivates. You know what I'm saying?
It's giving therapy for real. Let's calm down.
I'm therapeutic.
I don't need to be diagnosed.
I'm therapeutic. No, I ain't diagnosing you.
It's debatable.
No, I just did just now because that was very Jim Carrey-ish, and I think he's,
Thank you. Well, I respect that. I'll take it.
Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna get out of here, right?
Yeah.
I definitely appreciate you coming through for real. I know I joke a lot, but dead serious. I appreciate you coming through. I think it was dope too. Like normally I do like an hour, you know, some change, but the good ones kind of stretch to 90 minutes. And
really?
90 minutes,
is that how long it's been?
95 minutes right now.
I am so shocked.
Hey man. The job is to get in the chair and just let me do the rest. You know?
Yeah, no, you're good at your job. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate that.
I feel so sad about the car thing. I really hope we can move past these.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
yeah.
I definitely. But
I'll wait till you get it out first to thank you too much on that.
Facts,
but this is great.
Facts.
I appreciate like the experience. I was so nervous, but you are very welcoming. So
I'm
happy to be a part. I didn't feel like for the longest I was dodging you, honestly.
I'm glad you said it, not me, because people thought that.
I told Nate. You know? She was like, "Yeah, tell him about Tom," and I was like, "Ooh, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I was the problem."
Yeah, because you know, I've tried a couple times.
Yeah,
you know, I try to reach out.
You have for sure.
I got a good eye for you know, people I feel like should be on the pod.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You know, so yeah, man. I wish you much success. Go live. You know what I'm saying? Tell everybody.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. Go live and tell everybody, you know, that you got a podcast coming out. They can watch it, you know.
Go live and talk about it.
We'll
coordinate it.
What I do is like this. Anything like you gonna listen back to this a little bit, and you're gonna be like, or you're gonna drive home, whatever. You're gonna be thinking about things you probably could have said. So when I go live, sometimes I do talk about things like that. I might talk about a podcast.
What you wanted me to say? This feels suggestive.
The thing you could have said, like you. This is your life.
Don't try to add things. You know I'm gonna overthink. Why would you try to add things while you're driving? Am I gonna be driving? We don't even know. So why would you say that?
Can you fly?
Can we get my car out?
We can, yeah.
I don't think so.
We got a better chance of getting a car than you flying, so that helps.
Very debatable.
That's debatable. You're right. That is.
It's my world. I'm sure we could arrange something.
I hope so. I mean, if anything, it's professionals that can get involved. But I think that I think that we can.
That's what I've been thinking the last 3 hours. But a man gonna be a man, and I just want to let you know. I told you we should have called somebody hours ago.
I'm gonna try first, so we gonna rock it from there.
Yeah, we sure are.
All right.
I messed up the closing again.
It's closing probably not your thing.
No,
you know, I get it.
No, I'm definitely like an opener, morning, post. See, it all goes together.
Definitely. More Than Masters podcast, we out. Normally you don't say nothing else after that. You just kind of sit there. Yep. That's it. We out. We out. Let me going.
Wonderful.
All right.